What's up, guys? It's your boy Jay. Welcome to Jay's World. So let's talk. You know how we do it. Oh, you know how we do it. So let's get into it. And welcome to another edition of J Topics. Y'all, I got the t-shirt on. I've got the t-shirt on. You know the one. Up Schitt's Creek. I don't know. I kind of started this Up Schitt's Creek t-shirt thing, I don't know, maybe a few months ago. It's like whenever I feel that someone is actually up Schitt's Creek, I feel the need to wear this t-shirt. And right now I want to address funkydineva. No, actually, before I address funkydineva, I actually want to address Claudia Jordan. First of all, you guys, I'm a super huge fan of Claudia Jordan. Shout out to Claudia over there at foxsoul and just dealing with the Fox network. She's very successful right now. She has a lot of irons, what do they say? Irons on the skillet, irons in the whatever, she's got a lot going on. Of course she has this current show with Reynolds and funkydineva, the TGIF, I believe that's the name of the show. And also she has some other deals over there, okay? Claudia is doing her thing. But right now, this show in particular is probably her most popular show over there at the network. And Claudia, I'm just gonna be honest with you. funkydineva will be the death of that show. funkydineva will be the death of that show. Something needs to happen. So what I'm going to do is just give you guys sort of the Cliff Notes version and kind of bring you up to speed, okay? So as you all know, or for those that don't know, the subject of Halle Bailey being pregnant came up. This is a show that where they talk about various topics, and this was one of the topics, okay? Halle Bailey, she was seen out in public at the Beyonce concert in some big oversized red, shirt, whatever, and it looked to be that she could possibly be pregnant. I mean, and I will be honest, yes, it does look like Halle is actually carrying a child, but of course, I don't know that for sure. I do not know that for sure, so I can't speak to that. But visually, yes, it does look like she's possibly carrying a child. And then there was another video that was surfacing the internet where that boyfriend of hers, DDG, and I'm gonna make a separate video about him. But anyway, he had gone live, and you could see in the background that Halle Bailey, she had like a t-shirt on and some sweats and some like a towel or something over her head, and she looked again as if she was pregnant, like she was like holding her stomach, walking through, probably totally oblivious and not realizing that she was actually caught on live. So that was the subject, okay, on the TGIF show. And of course it always leads with Claudia Jordan. She brought it up and she asked Reynolds his opinion, and he said something or whatever, and then she switches it over to funkydineva. And he goes into this really random rant about Chloe Bailey, her sister, merely because Chloe Bailey defended her sister. You know how the internet is, guys. People attack. And you can see Chloe just telling everybody, keep my sister's name out your mouth, and she kind of showed her nails. And I mean, she wasn't all vicious or anything with it, but she defended her sister nevertheless. But I guess that wasn't good enough for funkydineva, because he went into this whole rant talking about how irrelevant she was, how no one was buying her music. And then he went from that on to telling her that she was ugly, that she was fat, her face was fat, she wasn't cute without makeup. I mean, it was so vicious. And just the vitriol and hatred that came out of his mouth towards this black woman was completely unwarranted, unnecessary, and it just made no sense. But to me, it really honestly sounded as if this was something that he always wanted to say about this young black woman anyway, and he used the whole Halle Bailey topic as his welcome mat. You know, that just pretty much opened up the gate. And I'm just sitting there going like, are you kidding me? Are you really calling this black woman ugly and calling her fat? First of all, let's talk about the whole ugly thing. Now, I'm not going to go in on this brother's looks, because if I start talking about how ugly he actually is, that makes me no better than him. So I'm not going to do that. And there are several things that I can look at Funky Dineva and say, but I'm not going to say those things. But I'm going to say this, sir, how dare you? First of all, I feel that Chloe Bailey is actually quite a beautiful young lady. Okay, she has a full face. You know, she has a baby face. As a matter of fact, without makeup, she looks 16. But when she puts her actual makeup on, you know, she looks like a young woman in her 20s. But she's beautiful. Both of those Bailey sisters are beautiful. And even if she quote unquote wasn't beautiful, who are you to sit up and tell somebody that they're ugly anyway? Y'all, that whole thing just pissed me off. But just to take it a step further, guys, I'll be honest, I've been sick of Funky Dineva for quite a while now. Now, I'm not a fan of Funky Dineva, I'll be honest. Ever so often I would kind of turn over on his channel and I'd watch he would talk about the housewives shit, and stuff like that. And, and he put on that stupid wig and, oh, Nessa girl and blah, blah, this. And I know he has a pretty large following, a lot of black women follow Funky Dineva, and yes, well, it's just not my thing, not into it. But I always felt that he was very crass and very rude. And then, in the way he's carried himself on the Fox Soul show, which I do watch, I didn't like that either, because it's like he acts as if he's doing everyone a favor. He acts as if he's doing Fox Soul a favor by even being on this show. I remember up until recent, they were only doing 2 shows a week, because Claudia Jordan had her other show called Cocktails with Queens, but Fox Soul canceled that show, and they decided to make this show with him and Reynolds and Claudia 5 days a week. And I was like, okay, cool. And I was watching the show, but it was just like every day he would come on the show acting as if he really didn't want to be there. He's so rich and he has so much money. He really doesn't need this. Again, I'm doing you guys a favor. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, if you're this financially well off, Funky Dineva, and you're doing so much, then get the fuck off the show. Get the fuck off the show. Go back to your YouTube channel, put that fucking stupid ass wig on, do the Nessa girl thing, the thing that you do, and then make your money. You don't fucking have to be on Fox Soul. No one fucking asked you to be on Fox Soul. Why the fuck are you there? Claudia Jordan, this man is going to be the death of your show. Fox Soul, this man is going to be the death of your channel. Now you either need to get his ass together or get him the fuck off of that show. Seriously. Because what he said about that young lady was completely disgusting. It wasn't necessary. It was unwarranted. But then, just the other day, he comes forth with this fake, forced ass, arrogant apology. Listen to this.
So listen, y'all, while I got the people on the line, y'all know how this goes, right? When you work somewhere and something controversial happens, the company comes out and makes a statement, or the person that works for the company comes out and makes a statement. And I always sit on this very platform and be like, that shit was so fake. Ain't nobody believing in this prefabricated statement that this person read and it's phony. And with that being said, I'm not going to give y'all one, right? I did get the phone call. I did get the email. We think that you should provide an apology and show some remorse. And I didn't want to get up here and just say some regurgitated stuff that I was encouraged to say, because y'all are not going to believe it anyway, and it wouldn't be believable, especially considering the fact that I said what I said with my whole chest. I 100% stand 10 toes down on the fact that I think Chloe Bailey is inauthentic when it comes to her as an artist. I think that the sexual image that she gives sometimes is unbelievable. And I think that in her defending her sister, the whole, clapping back, and I just thought it was inauthentic. I do. But I also recognize that that's probably where my commentary should have started and stopped. I don't have my head too far up my own ass or so far in my own ego that I can't recognize the fact that I did cross the line when I started talking about her looks. That was below the belt. It was unnecessary, and it was non-germane to the story at hand. And for that, I do apologize. So again, I apologize for going below the belt when referencing Chloe Bailey's looks. They had nothing to do with the story at hand. And this was a learning lesson, and I hope to move forward and not repeat it.
That was the apology. Do you guys see how this is a problem? Did you just listen to that? First of all, he was completely arrogant. He was completely flippant. You could tell that he clearly did not want to do the apology. You could clearly tell that he was pretty much thumbing his nose and pretty much giving his bosses the finger by letting them know, yeah, I'm gonna do this, and you know how this goes. You know what this is. Foxsoul, is this the type of person you want on your network? Are y'all paying this motherfucker? Like, seriously, are y'all actually giving this son of a bitch a check to to attack someone? You as his boss, y'all telling him, get back on there, make an apology, and this is the apology that he gives, which really wasn't an apology, because in so many words, he told y'all, fuck you. This is what you want. Claudia Jordan, is this what you want for your network and your brand? And side note, let me address Al Reynolds for a second. I want to go back to that whole Halle Bailey being pregnant. And there was this whole back and forth with them saying, well, she should have said something. She should have told us. How dare she, and Al going on his whole rant saying that I can't believe that she would lie to us. Would you want someone to lie to you? You don't lie to your fans. You don't lie to the public. Al Reynolds. And by the way, I pretty much, for the most part, like Al Reynolds on this show. But I'm going to have to call a thing a thing. Al Reynolds, when you were first introduced to us many years ago, you were introduced on a big ass lie, okay? You married Star Jones, pretending to be a straight man. Never once did you ever mention that you were actually bisexual or gay, okay? You and Star Jones pulled that whole thing off. Who all remembers that? Who out there is old enough to remember when Al Reynolds and Star Jones got married and that big, ridiculous, stupid wedding that was sponsored by Neiman Marcus, sponsored by Macy's, sponsored by all of the corporations? Who remembers that? It was a complete circus. Both of y'all perpetrated that lie. Y'all lied to the public, Al. But you're so upset that this girl won't reveal that she's pregnant in your time. Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck is funkydineva? That woman does not have to reveal her pregnancy until she is ready to reveal her pregnancy. And as men, I feel that we need to keep our mouths off of women's issues. It's none of our business. And especially as a man, you have no right to tell a woman when she should and should not reveal her pregnancy. You don't have a uterus, sir. You're not able to carry a child. Stay the fuck out of women's business. Like, seriously. Don't tell a woman when she needs to reveal if she's pregnant. Even if you're looking at a woman and it's clear that she's pregnant, if she doesn't tell you, it's her goddamn business. Period. But yeah, y'all, this whole thing is just a trip, and it just really pissed me off. And again, I'm asking Claudia Jordan and I'm asking Foxsoul, is this the person that you want representing your brand every week? I want to know. And as far as I'm concerned, funkydineva, fuck you with that apology. That was not an apology. You are, fuck you, okay? Seriously, that's all I got to say about it. Y'all, this has just pissed me off so bad. But anyway, you guys let me know down in the comments. I would love to know what you think. Do you feel that a woman should tell a man and reveal exactly when he tells her to reveal her pregnancy? What do you feel about that apology from funkydineva? Do you feel that that was a real apology? What was that? Are you team funkydineva? Are you team foxsoul? Are you team Reynolds? How you rolling? I would love to know your comments about this subject. All right, guys, that's it. That's all I got. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and do what? Subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel. And after you subscribe, please don't forget to head on over to Instagram and check me out at JaisWorldtv. That's JaisWorld.tv on Instagram. And I'll holler at you later. Peace.